Welcome to today's episode of English Fluency Journey, where we break down the roadblocks to becoming fluent in English and provide you with practical steps to overcome them. Whether you're just starting or refining your skills, this podcast is here to guide you. Today's topic is all about gauging your knowledge and addressing common struggles when transitioning from studying English to applying it in real-life speaking and writing. Let's start by reflecting on some key questions to assess where you are with your English. How comfortable are you with understanding and applying English grammar? Do you actively speak English, or do you mostly listen and read? How much practice do you have in reading and writing? Do you often think in English, or do you translate from your native language? One of our listeners recently shared their learning experience. They study grammar extensively but struggle to apply it in conversations and writing. They also tend to translate from their native language, Vietnamese, into English, which makes speaking feel hesitant and awkward. This is a common situation, and today, we'll break it down step by step. It's very normal to feel confident when studying grammar, but struggle to apply it when speaking or writing. Think of it like learning to ride a bike. You can know all the rules, how to balance, pedal, and steer, but the real test comes when you get on the bike and try to ride. That's when theory meets reality. Here's what happens. When you study grammar, it sits in your conscious brain. You have to think about the rules every time you speak. But to be fluent, those rules need to become automatic. The key to that shift? Practice. Here are some tips. Start small with daily practice. Choose 1 or 2 grammar rules to focus on each day. For example, practice using the past tense by narrating things that happened in your day. Don't worry about being perfect, just get comfortable with the rule in real context. Focus on fluency, not perfection. When speaking, prioritize getting your message across, even if the grammar isn't perfect at first. Interrupting your flow to think about rules can actually increase your anxiety. Remember, mistakes are a part of learning. A lot of learners feel shy or hesitant when speaking English, especially if they're worried about making mistakes. But here's a comforting thought. Language is a tool for communication, and the goal isn't perfection. It's about sharing your ideas. Shyness often comes from a fear of judgment or a desire to speak perfectly. But just like learning a musical instrument, you're going to hit wrong notes in the beginning, and that's okay. You won't improve without making a few mistakes along the way. Here's how to practice in a low-pressure way. Start in safe environments. Practice English in places where you won't feel judged. This could be with a language partner, a friend who supports your learning, or even speaking to yourself out loud when no one is around. Try shadowing. This technique involves listening to a sentence in English and repeating it out loud, mimicking the speaker's rhythm and intonation. It's a great way to build confidence without the pressure of coming up with sentences on your own. Remember, the more you practice, the less hesitation you'll feel. One of the biggest hurdles when learning English is moving from translating in your head to thinking directly in English. It's completely natural to translate when you're starting out, but it slows down your speaking and can make your sentences sound awkward. Here's why this happens. Languages have different structures, and translating directly from one to another doesn't always work. To overcome this, it helps to immerse yourself in English as much as possible. Here are some practical steps. Immerse yourself in English. Listen to English podcasts, read English articles, and watch English shows without subtitles. The more you expose yourself to the language, the more your brain will start to think in English. Practice simple thoughts in English. When you see an object or think a thought, try to express it directly in English. Start small. If you see a chair, think chair instead of the Vietnamese word. Build up to full sentences like the chair is red. Over time, this will become more natural. You mentioned that you listen to English more than you speak or write. And that's very common. Listening and reading are receptive skills, where you're taking in language. Speaking and writing are productive skills, which require you to actively create language. It's like working out different muscles. They need exercise to grow stronger. Here's how you can build those productive skills. Start writing regularly. It doesn't have to be long or complicated. Try writing short paragraphs or simple stories in English every day. This will help you gain confidence and improve your grammar naturally. Don't worry about mistakes, just get your ideas down. Record yourself speaking. Pick a topic and talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Then listen back to your recording. This can help you notice areas where you hesitate or struggle. You can even repeat the recording a few times to improve your fluency. Let's summarize the key steps to improving your fluency. 1. Shift from studying grammar to practicing it in real situations. Focus on fluency first, then accuracy. 2. Reduce shyness by speaking in low-pressure settings or practicing on your own. 3. Start thinking in English by immersing yourself in the language and gradually reducing translation from your native language. 4. Strengthen your speaking and writing through regular output practice. Write short pieces and record yourself speaking. Finally, let me know which specific grammar points or speaking areas you're struggling with, and I'll help guide you through those next steps. Thanks for tuning in to English Fluency Journey. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips and practical advice on becoming fluent in English. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and remember, every mistake brings you one step closer to fluency. See you in the next episode.